Yo, the NY city got a nigga feeling shitty. Trying to make it through the struggle, niggas bubble in the jungle. Selling crack by the bundles, yo, these raps might hunt you like a cat in the jungle. Spitting lines off humble, make your whole team crumble. What the fuck made you fumble in these streets where they fuck you like the face of a demon? I was bit every evening, trapped in the eating, starving, never eating. Yo, I stay bleeding while you Jake stay trying to take freedom. I'm like just a brother trying to break even, moving through these odd days, watching every snake breathing, ready to deface the heathen at night. I'm like just trying to reshape the meaning of life, flowing on mics, blowing you tights, all for the earth, we living it worse, holding our life, ready to burst on the first, thinking he got it. Yo, the apple stay rotten, stress rap, this applies to where we rest at. NY City, full of nothing but stress cats that wanna test that flame of yours, but not ready when we aim the war as absolute retaliation against all.
What's up, you fucking low-life degenerates? This is Bloodstain Lane, aka the William Cooper of the fight game. Behold the pale YouTube vlogger, cocksuckers. And this video is gonna be pretty much a quick rundown of yesterday's UFC 132 card that took place in Las Vegas. Overall, from top to bottom, the card was probably one of the best UFCs I've ever seen. Got to give props to Siver for putting on a great card, and I always give credit what credit's due. First fight I'm going to get into is Carlos Condit versus Stun Gun Kim. I'm not the biggest Carlos Condit fan in the world. That being said, I got to give this guy credit. I got to give him his fucking props. Every time he goes in there, he puts on an exciting fight. Stun Gun, who I'm also a fan of, has been is pretty much undefeated in the UFC. But Carlos Condit once again delivers with a breathtaking knockout, flying knee, ground and pound, Stun Gun's out, and you really got to start considering Carlos Condit for a welterweight title shot. You know what I mean? The guy's been on a tear. You know, he's destroyed Dan Hardy and destroyed Stun Gun, two very, very good welterweight fighters. Personally, I would, whoever John Fitch is fighting next, I would scrap that fight and make a Fitch versus Condit fight. I think that's what makes sense right now. The winner of that gets the winner of GSP versus Nick Diaz. So, props to Carlos Condit, man. Guy is, every time he gets in that fucking cage, he delivers, you know? Next fight, we had Tito Ortiz versus Ryan Bader. Tito back against the fucking wall. Loses this fight, he's out of the UFC, the end of an era. And Tito delivered, man. And, you know, I gotta say, I'm not the biggest Tito Ortiz fan. I was at first when he first started fighting, when he was a disciple of Tank Abbott. Then I just wasn't really a fan of him after that, after he turned his back on Tank. That being said, I was pulling for him in this fight. I always wanted to see the legends and that era of MMA succeed. And Tito delivered, man. Hit Ryan Bader with a nice right uppercut, put him down, and as Ryan Bader was scrambling, caught him in a guillotine choke. You know, very, very exciting moment. You know, it's like I said, it's always great to see a guy like Tito Ortiz or a guy from that era succeed, and I'm definitely happy for Tito. He's back in the UFC, and he beat a top contender. So now you got to even start putting him back in the mix again. You know, I like personally see him fight the winner of Little Nog versus Rich Franklin next. You know, maybe another 2 wins, Tito gets another title shot. It's very doable. Next fight of the night, we had Dennis Siver versus Matt Wiman. I'm actually starting to become a real big Dennis Siver fan. How can you not? The guy likes to stand up at all times, hates going to the ground, has good takedown defense, very good striking. Becoming a big fan of Dennis Siver. Now, this fight was a very close fight. Round 1 could have gone either way, but I give it to Siver because I think he did slightly more with the striking. Round 2 was all Matt Wiman. Took him down, was landing some nice elbows, bloodied him up a little bit. In third round, I give it to Siver because Siver, you know, very good at fending off the takedowns and outstruck him. Now, after this fucking fight, you know, I had Dennis Siver winning the fight 29-28. After this fight, people were in a fucking uproar saying that Matt Wiman was robbed. Are you guys fucking kidding me? Robbed? Do you know what a fucking robbery is? Do you know what a robbery is? That was not a robbery. The problem is, you people are brainwashed by what's been going on with these new, this rule system that they have here in America, that if you're hugging a guy and having him against the cage for fucking 10 minutes out of the fight, he wins the fight. or when you see blood, he wins the fucking fight. That's not how it goes. Fights are judged by a fucking individual round basis here. This ain't probably where you judge a fight based on damage. It's not the way it goes here. It's judged round by fucking round, okay? And Dennis Siver won 2 of the 3 rounds. Despite all the blood that you seen in the second round and Matt Wiman hugging and trying to get the takedown and just clinching for the whole fight, he didn't win the fight. What's so fucking hard to believe about that? I had people fight with me saying that Matt Wiman was robbed. Oh, he's working. He's working for the takedown. And what is Dennis Siver doing? Jerking off? He's working too. He's defending the takedown. And he did a great job of doing it. So how the fuck did Matt Wiman win that fucking fight? He got outstruck on the feet by almost double to triple the strikes. Dennis Siver defended 95% of the takedowns. And you're going to give the guy round 2, the whole fight, based on making a big bloody mess in the second round and hugging? Are you fucking kidding me? Dennis Siver wanted the fight. Matt Wiman was trying to get the fight to the ground, desperate to get to the fight, and hugged most of the fucking fight. That was not a fucking robbery. And there was a few people who agreed with me, Jordan Breen and a bunch of other people that agreed with me that Dennis Siver won that fight. You people got to get your mind. You're getting brainwashed here now with the hugging and the blood. Oh, just bleed. Stop. Stop. Sit down, watch the fight again. You'll see Dennis Siver won the fight. Fourth fight of the night. One of my heroes. You know, and I don't say that too much because I'm a grown-ass man. But one of my heroes, the axe murderer, Wanderlei Silva, fought Chris Leben. Wandy's first fight in 15 months due to an injury that he had. You know, I was really, really pumped for this fight. Once I heard Sandstorm, caught fucking goosebumps on my arm. And it was, I was ready. Before I actually get into the fight, for some reason, I don't know, I caught a bad feeling as soon as I seen Wand walking out. He didn't look right. He looked drained. He didn't look like his normal self. You know, but that being said, I'm still, excited to see him fight. I'm thinking he's gonna, pull off the win, get the knockout. Leben, great fighter, heavy hands. I mean, you gotta like Chris Leben just based on the way he fights alone. I mean, the guy goes out there and he bangs. That means I don't hate Chris Leben. I like Chris Leben. Not his biggest fan, but like I said, I respect the man. Fight starts. Juan comes in throwing his trademark windmill hooks, just winging off. Actually clips Leben. I think Leben said he broke his nose. Leben throws a left hook. The forearm clipped Wandy on the back of his head or whatever, kind of dazed him out a little bit, and then clinched up, and Leben was just uppercutting 3 or 4 times and put Wandy out in 27 seconds. I was definitely shocked, definitely saddened by this. Not as hurt as I used to. I usually used to get because I'm used to seeing my favorite fighters lose now. Fedor, Shogun, Nogueira, Takanori Gomi, Crow Cop. I'm used to seeing my heroes of the past losing, so I'm getting kind of immune to this now. I'm not like to the point where I'm getting so emotionally invested, but I was hurt, because Wandy of old eats Chris Leben, eats him and spits him out. You know what I'm saying? But this is a different era now, and he got caught. Like I said in previous videos, when you lose a fight, you're a piece of shit into the MMA community. Now, I'm not going to have any excuses, but you got to remember, Wand was out for 15 months, okay? Was out for 15 months. And he didn't come in with the best idea to start brawling with Leben within the first 10 seconds of the fight. I think if Wand would have went with, with the Bisping approach that he took, carefully selecting when to brawl and, throwing low kicks and just come out with a little bit more strategic aspect of it, he would have won the fight, in my opinion, despite being out 15 months. Leben was rocked, but Leben's known for, getting through that. So I think that Juan's game plan wasn't the best, but I think he got so, being out 15 months to seeing the crowd and wanting to put on a show, that I got the best of him. like I said, you know, a lot of people count Wandy out. I still want to see him fight. I still think that he could do big things. You know, despite what people are saying right now, he's done. He should retire, this and that. Give me a fucking break. Shit fucking happens. You get clipped. You come in with a game, you lose. It happens. Now, if Juan comes back and wins his next fight by knockout, oh, he's back, he's back, he's back. This is the shitty thought process of the MMA community. You guys are a bunch of fucking busters, is what you guys are. Everybody was saying Tito Ortiz was done, had no shot against Ryan Bader. Tito Ortiz beats Ryan Bader in dominating fashion. Now everybody's talking about he's back in the mix again. Shut the fuck up already. Shut the fuck up already. You guys make me fucking sick. I don't even want to talk to you guys on Twitter no more. I'm going to start blocking everybody. I don't even want to fucking talk to you idiots. Then I got to see this fucking cocksucker, Justin Bieber, in the fucking crowd. This little lesbian fuck from Christopher Street in the West Village. After seeing my hero just get knocked out. I think Zuffa is intentionally trying to get me upset by doing this. One more thing. Mike Goldberg, you're not a human being. You are not human. You are a fucking robot. You were created by Zuffa. You have no personality. You have no soul. Stop. Stop. I don't know. Wand will be back. Happy birthday to Wanderlei Silva, one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. One of the greatest fighters of all time. Today is his birthday, July 3rd. Happy birthday, brother. I got your back for life, no matter what, win or lose. Your fans always stick by you. Going into the main event, we had Dominic Cruz versus Uriah Faber. And you know what? I like Dominic Cruz. I like him. I like his style. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. It's very unique. I like people who have unique styles of fighting. And a quick story about Dominic Cruz that I want to say. I don't even know who this guy. I was at UFC 118 Boston, and I had my James Toney shirt on, and I was hanging out while everybody was watching the fights. I went to go take a piss, and I was talking to James Toney's entourage out there. And Dominic Cruz, who I didn't even know was Dominic Cruz at the time, walked up to me, and you see my James Toney shirt, and he started saying, "Oh, I love James Toney. I'm rooting for the boxer tonight. You know, he loves boxing, this and that." And he just came across as a really. I didn't even know who he was. And we started talking boxing for a little bit, and then he went back downstairs to watch the fight. So right then and then later on I realized that was Dominic Cruz. Really cool guy. And like I said, a very unique fighter with a unique style, and I really appreciate unique fighting style. That's why I like guys like Prince Nassim Ahmed, Katsunori Kikuno, Genki Sudo. I like guys that bring uniqueness to the ring/cage. Uriah Faber is a guy who I do not like. I don't like Team Alpha Male. Sorry, Misha Tate. I don't like you. I don't like your crew. I don't like that whole frat boy bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just not my cup of tea. It's not, it's not what I represent. So yeah, I was rooting for Dominic Cruz in this fuck. And I gotta say, despite me not liking Uriah Faber, the guy's an entertaining fighter. And these guys put on a classic, one of the best UFC fights I've ever seen. Definitely a classic fight. 5 rounds of everything you could ask for in mixed martial arts. Definitely, one of the judges had a 50-45 Dominic Cruz. It definitely wasn't that much of a blowout. I thought Cruz won the fight 3 rounds to 2. At most 4 rounds to 1. It was a great fight, so shout out to both guys for putting on a classic fight. And overall, UFC 132 was awesome. Like I said, props to Zuffa for putting on a great card. Definitely blew out the Klitschko-David Haye bomb stinkfest that was on before. A fight that I was really pumped for. It disappointed me. Yeah, and like I said, man, great card. UFC 133, I think, is coming up next. I might be going to that. I got a court date a week before. I got to see what happens with my court date before, I make any plans. I'm looking good right now. Looking at myself in this fucking... I'm looking good right now. Happy 4th of July, you fucking bozos. Bloodstain Lane. TeamTakeover.tv. Check it out. We cover all combat sports, not just MMA, not just boxing, not just kickboxing, not just Muay Thai. We cover the whole fucking aspect of combat sports. Check that out. I'm out. Respect the fucking shooter. Eat a dick.